For the makers who lead, success isn't measured in promises. It's measured in results. At Rockwell Automation, our 24,000 employees across the globe focus every day on delivering business results for our customers. Because with every result achieved, we realize the promise of expanding human possibilities. That's why we're Rockwell. Our customers make products and deliver solutions that touch all of our lives. And they partner with us to realize measurable, consistent, and profitable business outcomes, delivering the real results they and their customers depend on. The people of Rockwell and our vast production technology portfolio make a real difference in industrial production quality, speed, and efficiency, making a difference in ramping up adequate supplies of life-saving vaccines, making a difference by helping deliver vehicles that are affordable, efficient, and safe, making a difference by engineering sustainability into every system and solution we deliver. Because at Rockwell, we believe better is possible. And the results we deliver add value for our customers every day, in every industry we serve. Our systems connect your company end-to-end with data-fueled insights, improving the decisions that deliver results and expanding human possibilities. Rockwell Automation. Results achieved.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live stream. I'm Juliana Ackerblum from the social media team here at Rockwell Automation, and today we're discussing the newly released Smart Manufacturing and Automotive Deployment and Impact white paper in collaboration with the Center for Automotive Research. The findings found in the white paper are from comprehensive data conducted by Rockwell and detail how artificial intelligence and machine learning and automation are reshaping manufacturing across the automotive, tire, and battery industries. We have a lot to cover, but before we do, we know it doesn't take long before our comments get busy, and we love hearing from you. So jump into the comments to say hi, tell us what you're most excited to learn about from the report, and of course, feel free to ask us any questions you have, and we will be sure to answer them as soon as we can. All right, let's get started. Here to give you the inside scoop on the white paper and the state of the automotive industry as a whole is James Glasson, VP Global Industry Sales, Auto and Tire at Rockwell Automation. Welcome, James. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. Excited to be here.
Great. Well, now the research shows that the automotive industry is entering a new phase of AI, machine learning, and automation. And the question for automotive manufacturers isn't whether to adopt, but how quickly and where to put smart manufacturing to work. That being said, what advice would you give automotive manufacturers who are just starting out on their digital transformation journey?
It's good. Actually, that's a great question, honestly, because it's where a lot of manufacturers are right now. Really start focused and outcome driven, not technology driven. Companies seeing the most success aren't trying to digitize everything. They're trying 2 or 3 high impact use cases where they can deliver the most measurable results quickly. So like things like focusing on downtime reduction, yield improvement, or stabilizing quality earlier in the process. So not just deploying technology, but integrating it. Most manufacturers already have automation and data, but the challenge is that it's siloed. So the real value comes from connecting quality, maintenance, and production so decisions can happen faster and more consistently. Start where you can create impact quickly and then scale from there. So the real advantage comes from turning data into faster, more consistent decisions at scale. And that's where we're working with customers at Rockwell to help them prioritize those use cases, connect processes and systems so they can move faster without starting over, leveraging existing infrastructure wherever possible.
Those are some helpful tips. Now, can you share a bit more about what specifically automotive manufacturers are using AI and machine learning for? I'm assuming tasks are changing and they can lean in on AI to get tasks done correctly and faster than ever before.
Yep, absolutely. And this is really where it becomes real. Where we're seeing AI being applied is areas that traditionally relied on operator experience and judgment. I mean, these things include items like inline quality inspection or predictive maintenance, real-time process optimization. We're also seeing it in production coordination, items like sequencing, logistics, disruption responses in real time. And increasingly, we're seeing AI applied at scale across large manufacturing data lakes, where flexible compute allows companies to process massive amounts of data, quality, equipment data, and turn that into meaningful, actionable insights. It's for both people and automated systems. I think what's important here is that results are measurable. We're seeing 50% reduction in unplanned downtime, around 5% overall improvement in overall equipment efficiency, and a 5 to 7% throughput gain. So it isn't replacing automation, it's making automation smarter and more responsive. The focus again is on scaling insights, not just generating data. Our focus is helping customers to scale that, bringing automation, AI, and analytics together in a connected ecosystem instead of isolated pilots.
That's interesting. And I mean, the stats you just gave, it's obviously showing that it's helping, not hurting. So when reading the white paper, I noticed that it also touched on onshoring and reshoring. Can you give our viewers a glimpse into what that is and how it will affect automotive manufacturers in the future?
For sure. And this is an important topic, and it's one that's really reshaping our industry. As production moves to come closer to home, it's entering a very different reality. We've got tighter labor markets, higher cost pressure, both on internal investment as well as ongoing production. So the production that returns is more automated, it's more digital, and it's a more system-driven response. So automation is becoming an enabler to stay competitive while improving quality and resilience. So it also shifts the workforce, so toward process engineering, system management, and data-driven roles. Offshoring isn't just a location shift, it's really an operational model shift. And because ultimately the advantage comes from how quickly and consistently we can make decisions across the system. This is a big change in what's happening within the industry.
Yeah, those are some really strong points. Now, before we wrap things up, I'd love to know from you what your biggest takeaway from the white paper is.
So for me, and the biggest takeaway is the performance divide that's really emerging across the industry. If you think about companies that are investing early in smart manufacturing are already seeing measurable gains in quality, uptime, and productivity. And that gap is really widening and it's becoming strategic. The influencing sources of decisions, supplier expectations, long-term competitiveness. At the same time, end users are raising the bar. So the pace of adoption won't just define who leads, it's going to define who falls behind. And the leaders are the ones that are turning contextualized data into faster, more consistent decisions, but at scale. That's where we're seeing Rockwell's role in helping end users and machine builders close that gap and to scale those capabilities across the entirety of the value chain. For me, that's the single largest takeaway.
Yeah, absolutely. There really is so much to take away from this white paper. James, thank you so much for a great conversation. It was exciting to hear more about the state of the automotive industry and what we can see in the white paper. And thank you to our viewers for watching. If you'd like to read the full white paper, click on the link in this post. Once again, I'm Juliana Ackerblum, and we will see you next time.